Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It is Marvin speaking. We're just going to get straight to some news of a missing person in Tenerife. A British tourist missing in Tenerife after failing to board a flight home as increasingly concerned police launched huge search. Oh, God. And this comes, obviously, as the inquest into Jay Slater's death in Tenerife continued as well. Obviously, this was published on the 25th of the 7th. A British tourist has been reported missing in Tenerife after failing to board his flight home to Manchester. Gerallt, 28, has been missing on the Spanish island for over 2 weeks. Authorities have become increasingly concerned with the Welshman last known to have left the UK on July the 7th, which is like 20 days ago. He left his home address in Llandudno just 3 days before his scheduled flight home to Manchester. Jesus. Sorry, scheduled flight from Manchester, should I say. Gerallt was due to board his flight back to the UK on July the 12th, however failed to board the aircraft. Spanish police have launched a huge search in an effort supported by the British Embassy to locate 20-year-old. North Wales Police, West Conwy Coastal posted an urgent update, which read, "We are becoming increasingly concerned for the welfare of a man who has been missing since earlier this month. Gerallt, who was 28 years old, was last seen leaving his home address in Llandudno on July the 4th. Wow. That's a picture of him there, people. The statement added he's believed to be in Tenerife after officers received information that he boarded a flight from Manchester on July the 7th this year. However, following checks made with the airline, he did not board his flight home on July the 12th as expected. The man, described by police as being 5'8" with short black hair, was last seen wearing a navy blue tracksuit and black trainers. Authorities have released an image to the public and urge anyone with information to contact North Wales Police, citing reference number 51398. And it comes as an inquest into the Jay Slater case. Obviously, this was a couple of days ago, and we know what happened to that inquest, people. R.I.P. Jay. My heart do go out to the family on that case. On the island began on Thursday. During the testimony, the teenager final communication before his disappearance in Tenerife last year emerged. The 19-year-old was sent multiple Snapchat messages to friend Bradley while staying with Ayub Qasim and Stephen Ruckus in the early hours of June the 17th last year. The message, which began around 5:30 a.m, included an image of a bed prepared for him at the man's accommodation. Bit strange there. And, basically people can actually go on the site and actually read any information on the inquest or what the coroner had said there. But Gerallt, who's missing, we need to get that out there as soon as possible. I'll do a part 2 on this. I'll connect it to see what other information I've got on this as well. Thank you. Just a bit from basically the sleuths who are actually following this case as well. I think it's really important that this young man is found, to be honest with you. We don't know whether he's vulnerable, but it is kind of odd that, he was supposed to fly back home on the 12th and he didn't.
I have another teenager who's gone missing in Tenerife. This time it's a young lad from Wales, from Llandudno. And this is a picture of his face. So I'm going to get into the information with you now and tell you about what's going on. But police are becoming increasingly worried because it has been some days now. His name is Gerallt. He is 28 years of age and he is from Llandudno in Wales. He jetted to Tenerife on July the 7th. For a holiday, but has not returned home on his flight. It says he was last seen leaving his home. He boarded a flight from Manchester Airport, and Spanish and British authorities have teamed up for an urgent international search to locate him. Now, according to reports today where police have put out that new updated photo up, which is the second one I showed you, he vanished 3 weeks ago and has never boarded his flight home. He was last seen leaving his home, like I said, and there have been several lines of investigation that have been followed. and they are becoming increasingly concerned. He is around 5'8" tall, with short black hair. He was last seen wearing a navy blue tracksuit and black trainers. It seems to be really strange. There doesn't seem to be a lot of information available right now in who he travelled with. Was he on his own? What went on? I just want to get his picture out there so we can at least start the search. Police seem to be very concerned, and this is a very bizarre circumstance.
Yeah, I agree. And the thing is, what I notice about these cases in Tenerife, even if these people are found, it's very, very vague into what is happening. It's like sometimes the police don't really want to give them information just in case it is rug related or gang related. I do think that's the first thing they look at is, like I said, maybe who he's moving with. Was it rug related? Did he get into some trouble? Did he walk off with someone? I think these are the things that they look at. I think it's more or less cut under the lid, where I think there should be more exposure on missing people right away. I think the first 28 to 48 hours are the most important. I'll see if I can find more on this case, people, as well. Welcome back to the final part, and it's just a little bit more on Gerallt and just some information put out by No Bull about him, some of the articles which have lately, and there seems to be, like I said, a bit of an emergency to actually find him. So yeah, so if anyone knows anything, North Wales Police sighting reference number is 51398, and I will put that in the message when I write this up, people. But I think it's very, very important. But like, considering that so much time has passed, it's very, very worrying that his family haven't heard from him. And I'll keep you updated on this at the end of the day. If any news comes in, or basically I see what his family are actually saying on this as well, because like I said, there doesn't seem to be that many sightings of him, or if any, out there in Tenerife, which is quite worrying. And like I said, he didn't return on the flight. He wasn't on the flight. I'd imagine the police would have checked that out, because the family would have said he's missing, or he was due to come back on the 12th, or whatever it was. That's not good news. So I will keep you updated on this case, but there's some information. If anyone's got the information or knows anything, get in touch with North Wales Police, sighting reference number 51398. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment. We've got a lot more coming on different cases, so watch out for them. Thank you very much indeed.